Good day, everyone. This is part 2 of our review session under Child and Adolescent Learners and Learning Principles. Again, I will read the sentences or the stem and the choices, and I will give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. After 5 seconds, I will reveal the best answer and give a rationalization or explanation. Am I clear? Let's begin. Number 1. A student has been staring at a puzzle. He is figuring out how to solve it, and suddenly, an idea flashed in the student's mind, and excitedly, she was able to learn how to solve the puzzle. This exemplifies A. Metacognition, B. Insight learning, C. Analytical learning, D. Trial and error learning. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B, insight learning. Insight learning is sometimes regarded as serendipity when an idea suddenly strikes the mind and a solution to a problem is arrived at. Number 2. A teacher attempting to develop a student's metacognitive skills teaches the student to A. Recall past lesson, B. Visualize, C. Formulate hypothesis, D. Think about their thinking. Okay, so the correct answer is letter D. Think about their thinking. Metacognition teaches the students to think about their thinking. Refers to thinking about cognition that includes memory perception, calculation, association, and etc. itself, or to think reason about one's own thinking. Number 3. A teacher maximizes the cognitive development of students by having an environment that gives multisensory stimulation. In this situation, the teacher's role is blank. Letter A. Molder of character, B. Facilitator of learning, C. Dispenser of knowledge, D. Evaluator of learning. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B, facilitator of learning. When a teacher class provides a conducive environment like a multisensory environment where learning will take place, the teacher becomes the facilitator of learning. Number 4. An adolescent exhibits what common characteristics? A. Reasonable and secure, B. Feels intense emotions and sense of disequilibrium, C. Slow but steady physical growth, D. Passive and obedient. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B. Feels intense emotions and sense of disequilibrium. A common characteristic class of teenager or adolescent is the feeling or intense emotion and sense of disequilibrium. Most psychologists believe that this stage is storm and stress, brought about by changing body hormones and physical or bodily changes. Number 5. Instincts are under what mental dimension? A. Ego and superego, B. Ego, C. Id, D. Superego. Okay, the correct answer is letter C, id. Instincts are under the mental dimension of id. According to Freud, therefore, it operates on pleasure principle. Number 6. A child cannot do blank, according to Piaget's concrete operational stage. Letter A. Doing mentally what was just physically done. Letter B. Reasoning applied to specific example. Letter C. Classifying objects into different sets. Letter D, imagining the steps necessary to complete an algebraic equation. The correct answer is the letter D, imagining the steps necessary to complete an algebraic equation. The child in the concrete operational stage, ages 7 to 11 class, cannot imagine the steps necessary to complete an algebraic equation. A person has to be in the formal operational stage to do this. Number 7. What should teachers teach students to eradicate bullying among kids in school? A. Full development of talents. B. Athletic skills. C. Respect for the dignity of persons. D. Full development of physical power. The correct answer is letter C, respect for the dignity of persons. To stop bullying class among kids, the teacher should conduct lessons that teach respect and dignity of person. Through these lessons, bullied children will realize that all persons have equal rights and therefore peace and harmony will be encouraged. Number 8. Education is the acquisition of the art and the utilization of knowledge. This statement means blank. Letter A. A learner's application of what she has learned is necessary. B. A learner's interest in art is commendable. C. A learner's acquisition of information is sufficient. D. A learner's acquisition of information is not important. Well done! The correct answer is letter A. A learner's application of what he has learned is necessary. Education is the acquisition of the art, and the education is the acquisition of the art and utilization of knowledge means that learners should apply what they have learned, otherwise, no, a dead knowledge. Number 9. Students' initiative is stifled by A. Rationalism. B. Extreme authoritarianism. C. Utang na loob. D. Bahala na. The correct answer is letter B. Extreme authoritarianism. Extreme authoritarianism in the classroom will debunk or stop students' initiative and eventually will hamper their creativity as well. A teacher class should show an image of being a catalyst teacher to promote creativity of thought and progressive ideas. Number 10. A piece of music may sound sad, but when each note is played, there is nothing sad about it. This is based on the doctrine that says A. The whole experience is equal to the sum of its parts. B. The whole experience is more than the sum of its parts. C. The whole of experience is less than the sum of its parts. D. The whole of experience is not in any way related to the sum of its parts. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B. The whole experience is more than the sum of its parts. According to Gestalt psychology, the whole is more than the sum of its parts. Number 11. Which among the words below does not prevent the emergence of truth which the learners and teachers are in search of? A. Mindset. B. Mask. C. Open mind. D. Defense. Way to go! The correct answer is letter C, open mind. An open mind allows the emergence of truth. The rest of the options does not. Number 12. What a teacher should do if students are misbehaving in class. A. Send the misbehaving pupils to the guidance counselor. B. Involve the whole class in setting rules of conduct in the whole class. C. Make a report to the parents about their children's misbehavior. D. Set the rules for the class to observe. The correct answer is letter B. Involve the whole class in setting rules of conduct in the whole class. If students are misbehaving, one of the better ways for a teacher to do is to involve the children in creating rules of conduct that must be observed by all. In doing so, the children will be guided by the rules they themselves set and will develop a sense of belongingness. 13. Teenagers stealing school equipment is becoming a common problem in community schools. What is the implication of this incident? A. Inability of schools to hire security guards. B. Deprivation of Filipino schools. C. Prevalence of poverty in the community. D. Community's lack of sense of co-ownership. The correct answer is letter D. Community's lack of sense of co-ownership. Class, when there is lack of sense of co-ownership in the community, some teenagers resort in stealing school equipments because they do not feel responsible for the safeguarding of these equipments. Schools should involve the community to become partners in the protection and development of school to avoid this. 14. What is an inappropriate method in teaching young children? A. Individual differences are expected and accepted. B. Integrated teaching and learning. C. Isolated skill development. D. Positive guidance techniques. The correct answer is letter C. Isolated skill development. Isolated skill development class is not ideal because skills are supposed to be taught as integrated and holistic. Number 15. If a teacher believes that a child's mind is tabula rasa, then the teacher will most likely engage the students in blank process for them to learn. A. Sensory impressions. B. Reasoning. C. Reflections. D. Metacognition. The correct answer is letter A. Sensory impressions. Tabula rasa, according to John Locke, or the belief that the mind is a blank sheet, will most likely make the teacher conduct lessons that give sensory impressions because the teacher believes that by doing so, he or she imprints salient inputs in the student's mind. Number 16. A child received a candy after correctly completing his task. The child always tries to complete all tasks correctly for him to have a candy once again. What is being shown in the situation? A. Associative learning. B. Classical conditioning. C. Operant conditioning. D. Pavlovian conditioning. The correct answer is letter C. Operant conditioning. Operant conditioning theory is being shown in the situation since the element or reward represented by the candy is emphasized. Number 17. If a teacher punishes a student for stealing money, the child won't steal in the near future, but does not guarantee that the child won't steal anymore. Based on Thorndike's theory, this shows that A. Punishment strengthens a response. B. Punishment removes a response. C. Punishment does not remove a response. D. Punishment weakens a response. The correct answer is letter D. Punishment weakens a response. Thorndike said that punishment will only weaken the response, not permanently remove it from the child's repertoire of behavior. According to him, teacher can reinforce positive or negative to make the child respond or behave the way you would like him or her to do so. 18. A child learns by association and by insights. This states that the association and cognitive theories of learning are A. Diametrically opposed, B. Complementary, C. Partly wrong, D. Partly correct. The correct answer is letter B, complementary. Association by insights and cognitive theories of learning are actually complementary. Meaning, class, they support each other in terms of principles and practice. 19. Emotions' role on success and happiness is highlighted by Daniel Goleman's theory on emotional intelligence. How can the teacher best show empathy in the case of fighting students? A. Reprimand the students so that others will not follow the misbehavior. B. Tell the students to stop fighting so that there will be peace in the classroom. C. Make them realize how fighting negatively affects themselves and others. D. Establish roles and responsibilities to avoid arguments among them. The correct answer is letter C. Make them realize how fighting negatively affects themselves and others. The best way to show empathy in the case of fighting students is to let the students realize the negative effect of this fight to themselves and to others, and let them know that nothing good will come from it. 20. The television program Batibot was developed because A. Children learn by conditioning, B. Children learn by discovery, C. Children learn by trial and error, D. Children learn by observing and imitating. The correct answer is the letter D. Children learn by observing and imitating. Batibot was developed because children learn fast by observation and imitation of the things around them. This theory is supported by a lot of research, particularly by Albert Bandura. Number 21. To make her students participate more often during class discussions, science teacher Mrs. Shefford believes that she can apply operant conditioning by way of blank. A. Giving more incentives to her students such as additional grades and small tokens. B. Emphasizing group sharing and guiding them in thinking critically and innovatively. C. Instilling metacognition in them through modeling. D. Letting them reflect on how they think their subjects. The answer is letter A. Giving more incentives to her students such as additional grades and small tokens. Operant conditioning focuses on giving the reward to students to increase the probabilities of repeating a desired behavior. In case of Mrs. Shefford, she would likely to give them the star token as a form of reward to better increase class participation. 22. Although Mr. Tong was obviously busy reading an absorbing novel, his 5-year-old daughter kept interrupting him with comments and questions about the TV cartoon she was watching. Before Mr. Tong becomes irritated with his daughter for being inconsiderate, he should be alerted of Piaget's concept of blank. A. Egocentrism, B. Conservation, C. Habituation, D. Object permanence. The correct answer is egocentrism. Class, egocentrism denotes a tendency of a child to only think from his or her point of view. Also, the inability of a child to take the point of view of others. Number 23. Jim is selfish because he believes his way is the only way. This shows blank. A. Repudiation. B. Generativity. C. Inertia. D. Fanaticism. Number 24. Sam is described as a person who has no mercy and insensitive to others' feelings. This shows blank. A. Inhibition. B. Mistrust. C. Inertia. D. Ruthlessness. The correct answer is letter D. Ruthlessness. Class, to be ruthless is to be heartless, or unfeeling, or be without mercy. The ruthless person take the initiative, alright. It's just that they don't care who they step on to achieve their goals. The goals are the only things that matter to them. And guilty feelings or mercy are only signs of weakness. Number 25. What do you call the ability to be close to others? A. Fanaticism. B. Love. C. Intimacy. D. Competence. The correct answer is letter C. Intimacy. Class, intimacy is the ability to be close to others as a lover, as a friend, and as a participant in the society. Because you have a clear sense of who you are, you no longer need to fear losing yourself, as many adolescents do. That's it! Congratulations everyone for finishing the video until the last question. How was your score? Did you get the correct answers or did you get perfect? If not, you can still replay this and read more on the concepts presented. Thank you so much everyone for listening and see you in our next review session. God bless future teachers!